Hey, you guys, welcome. I am super excited to chat with you. You guys, if you haven't picked up the workbook, make sure that you do, okay? It's going to help you do your full marketing plan, okay? Starting from that final product until like, how do you do it all, okay? Christy and I both, when we do audits, we see all the time that there are so many pieces missing. And so we've created this amazing plan. Okay. And let me just give you a sneak peek in case you're like, what's this plan you're talking about, Connie? Okay. So here, see the inside of my Canva, y'all. So today we're going to talk about lead magnet ideas. Okay. So here's the workbook. Grab that. It's fillable. Okay. So you can either print it out and use it, or we've created it so that you can literally type in all the boxes. Okay, so let's talk about lead magnet ideas and just some of those things that I see that work really well. What I think you need in place if you're going to do a membership or something where they're going to see you on video, does that change what you offer for free? Okay, so we're going to dive into that. Okay, so what is a lead magnet? Some of you guys are like, what the heck, lady, is a lead magnet? You might have heard it as an email opt in. Okay, you might have heard it called a freebie. Okay, um, it's something that somebody exchanges in exchange for giving you their email. Okay, so one of the things I see all the time is that people will do super general lead magnets. Okay, so they'll say, um, 5 secrets to having a better life. Okay, that's not a great lead magnet. Okay, it needs to be really super specific, and it needs to lead to that paid thing that you're offering. Okay, so in those first pages of the workbook, we have you figure out what is it that I'm going to offer? What is my paid product? Okay, whether that's digital or whether that's a physical product or even a service. What is that? Okay, it needs to lead to that. And here's the thing, okay? I'm gonna give you a little caveat because I see it all the time. I see people go into Facebook groups all the time and they're asking, like, which one of these would you vote for? You guys, that's the worst thing that you can do. And if you've done it, that's okay. Um, but I don't want you to ask this time. Okay, if you're in the membership, you can ask Christy or I. But if you're not, find your ideal person. Okay, you don't want to just create something super general or something nobody wants. Okay, so what are some ideas here? Okay, some of what you can do is you can create like a PDF. Okay, that could be a tutorial, that could be some sort of printable. Okay, it really, again, you guys, it depends on what your paid product is. Okay, so let me give you a couple examples, okay? Because I don't know about y'all, but I need examples. So let's say you sell houses. Let's say you're a real estate agent. Then what are those top tips, top 5, top 10 tips to help your house sell faster and be able to put those out? Okay, because the end goal with that, right, is you're going to sell a house. You're going to list it with me and you're going to sell it. Let's say that you do like um, you teach a class on guitar lessons, okay? Then you could do like, you know, the top 5 chords to learn, okay? And you guys, you have to decide in the midst of this. So here's kind of my rule of thumb. If you're in a place where you're going to do a membership, and we talked about that prior, or like some sort of classes, online learning where they're interacting with you, you're going to want, it can be a PDF, but you're going to want to put some video on there. Okay, people buy memberships, courses, tutorials, all that stuff because in their head, they've heard you, they've seen you, they know who you are. Okay. And I know some of you are gonna be like, honey, I don't want to be on video. I critique myself too much, blah, 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 blah. You guys, most of the time, okay, people are listening or they're reading. Okay. So make sure your video has closed captioning, but they're hearing you. Whether that and we're gonna be talking about social media later on in the workbook, but they've got to hear you. Okay. People buy because they like you. I want you to think about this question, okay? If let's say you're a female, okay, and you're going to go buy makeup from somebody. Why do you buy makeup from Sally and not from JoJo? I guarantee you, okay, it's because Sally, let's say she does videos and you've heard her and she's talked about the product. And all JoJo is doing is just listing the product. She's spamming, she's sending you messages in Facebook, right? I have a product I think you'd be great for. It's that place where you buy because you've heard them and you've seen them. Okay. So, a couple different ideas PDF, okay, any sort of PDF tutorial. If you do arts and crafts, we did a strategy audit the other day for somebody, and she already had all of these blog posts with all these projects. Same thing for knitting, all of that. Turn those blog posts into a tutorial. Okay, give them one for free. The other ones are paid. Okay, they need to see, even if you're doing a paid like tutorial as the paid product, they still need to see what they're going to get. Okay, and it can be. Here's a couple of things I wrote down. A PDF. It could be a tutorial or a class. Okay, so just like a little snippet. Like if you are a chef or you teach cooking or even guitar, something like that, give them just like a 5-minute little lesson. Okay, so they want more of that. Okay. And then you could also do a webinar. I have somebody right now that she does cricket, and her freebie is a webinar. Okay. Now, here's the thing with webinars. Okay. If you're not super techy, I probably would not recommend that. Okay. Now, if you want to get on Zoom, record some stuff, do that as far as like tutorials, stuff like that. Awesome. Um, the rate too of people showing up for, so kind of the going rate for people to show up for webinars is about 30%. Okay. So if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you have like the replay, that you're sending that out. And we're going to talk about like, what does that email follow up need to look like? Okay. So you'll see that video as the recommended because this is part of that playlist and part of that workbook. Okay. But you guys kind of think like, it could also be like, what are the questions that people ask you all the time? Okay. But I want you to take your workbook and I want you to just brainstorm. Okay. Dump out all your ideas. Maybe ask a friend that knows you well, knows your business well. Like, what are some things that you think people would like? If you've been working with people, okay, so you have people already like on an email, or maybe you've got a great Facebook group, okay, go in there and post a question. Like, would you rather have A or B? Okay, don't just give them a blanket, like, what's a good email opt in for you guys? I want you to give them like two choices. Okay, great market research. People love to give their opinions and they'll tell you, and you could put like, or give me some suggestions. okay? And let them just post because they'll start to tell you what they're looking for, okay? Go back in and look at the questions. What are people asking? Okay, remember, free leads to paid. Repeat after me. Free leads to paid. Don't go by putting up some random stuff. Okay, you always want to lead to that. And starting out, you don't need but one email opt-in. Okay. Now I'll put a little but there. If you're serving multiple people, we had somebody the other day serving multiple people, then you're gonna need a few email opt-ins. But 99% of you guys, one. Okay. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple. Okay. So make sure you watch the video on um, how do you follow up with them? Okay. And I want to hear in the comments. Tell me in the comments what's your takeaway? What would your email opt in be about? What's your business? And what do you think your email opt in, your lead magnet, what what are you thinking for that? Okay, put it in the comments. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next video.